Have you ever wondered what happens if something goes wrong at work and your company tries to hold you personally responsible for a loss or mistake? It is a situation nobody wants to face, but understanding your employment contract can make all the difference. Employee indemnification clauses determine if you could be personally liable for financial losses your employer incurs because of something you did or did not do in your job role. Simply put, these clauses are legal agreements where you, as the employee, might promise to reimburse or protect your employer from certain damages or legal costs that arise from your actions. This directly impacts your personal financial risk, making it a critical part of your employment terms. The core reason these clauses exist is to shift potential financial burdens from the employer to the employee under specific circumstances. Employers use them to protect their assets from employee actions that might result in lawsuits, regulatory fines, or other financial penalties. The enforceability of such clauses, however, varies greatly depending on state law, the nature of your role, and the specific language of the contract. Generally, courts are reluctant to enforce indemnification agreements that would make an employee personally liable for ordinary negligence, but they might uphold them for gross negligence, willful misconduct, or criminal acts. To understand how this might apply to you, carefully review your employment agreement for any language regarding indemnification or hold harmless provisions. Look for phrases like, employee agrees to indemnify and hold harmless the company, or employee shall be liable for any losses incurred due to their actions. If you find such a clause, assess whether it specifies the types of actions covered, such as gross negligence versus simple mistakes, and what the financial limits might be. It is important to know if these clauses are common for your industry or specific role, as some highly regulated fields may have different standards. A key distinction to look for is whether the clause requires you to indemnify for actions within the scope of your employment or only for actions outside of it. Most states have laws or public policy that limit an employer's ability to force an employee to indemnify them for acts performed in good faith within their job duties. This helps prevent employers from using these clauses to avoid their own legal responsibilities. Always pay attention to the specific wording, as a broad clause could have serious implications for your personal finances. Ultimately, understanding employee indemnification clauses is about protecting your financial future and peace of mind. Knowing what your contract says empowers you to negotiate better terms or seek clarification before accepting a job offer, ensuring you are not unknowingly taking on unreasonable personal risk for actions taken during your employment.